From a lantern festival to a global heritage festival to a very cool corn maze to celebrate the beautiful fall season, we have some great festivals and community events for you to enjoy on this edition of Connected Colorado. Hi, I'm Wendy Brockman at the amazing corn maze at Chatfield Farms. Tons of fun to be had here and at community festivals all across our state. First up, let's head to Broomfield for a special lantern festival to celebrate Earth Day, held earlier this year.
So today is Earth Day and we are at the library up in the Eisenhower room, and we are creating lanterns for a lantern parade we're having at 7:30. As you can see behind us, there's a bunch of people making lanterns, and they'll come back at 7:30 to light up their lanterns and walk around this area. We're going to walk around the library. We're going to go to the new HHS building. We're just going to walk around showing off our lanterns.
Oh, this is so much fun. This was an effort on the Public Art Committee's part to create a program that could really engage the community in doing something fun and creating their own pieces of art. We've seen kids, we've seen grown-ups, we've seen senior citizens, entire families are coming, and then tonight, of course, we'll be parading around with the lanterns.
Collecting a lot of recycled materials and celebrating Earth Day, they need to paint the lantern first and then apply glue or paint on top of that, and then we have a whole bunch of stencils, we have paper.
Not afraid to get messy.
This is like the ocean where all the animals are. Here's a little whale.
My kids love art, and all the events that they have are great, especially on a Friday night here. To be able to bring our kids here and share this as a family is really awesome. Everybody's having a great time. It's a beautiful day. Spring's in the air, and we're just all having fun. I'm having a great time making my own lantern. Have fun. Enjoy. Create. That's it.
This was one of those art ideas where it's temporary and it's easy to do. And it's pretty affordable as well. Kids can do it, parents can do it, anybody. It's about whimsy, it's about having fun, enjoying yourself. The idea is to celebrate. Celebrate community and celebrate making art.
This is the 46th annual Earth Day, and there are 1 billion people on our planet celebrating Earth Day today. I congratulate you on using recycled material for everything that you made, and your creativity is beyond my brain.
Oh, it's awesome. I'm so happy. All these people are here.
So much fun, and the drummers made it an amazing event. But who knew we'd have so many people? We were not sure if it'd be 25 or 50, and we ended up with 100. It's fabulous, just fabulous.
Awesome, excited kids. It's just amazing to see the community come together and just work on these lanterns together. I just really appreciate that.
Watching them be creative and enjoying what they're doing. So they're making these different objects. Maybe it's a bird or a scene with butterflies. And it's just the way to see them just kind of light up and their creativity light up as well. And it's just really fun to watch.
I hope that they take away the ability to just let themselves be, and that there is no right or wrong, and being together as a community is an awesome thing, and it's really awesome to live in a town that promotes this as part of our life. Part of why we moved to Broomfield. Now to see the art growing is really awesome.
What a great event! Celebrating Earth Day also every day, of course, is Chatfield Farms, and I am here with Erin Bird on opening day of the Corn Maze. We're in it, right in the center of it. And we're here in the morning even before the public arrives. Thank you for having us.
Of course, you're welcome.
Tell us about this.
Well, we are standing in the midst of our 8-acre corn maze. It's an annual tradition at Chatfield. Each year there's a different design. This year it is a barn complete with farm animals, silo, fence, and Chatfield Farms name.
You have to see the picture from the drone because it's so cool. It's a really intricate design. You can see the silo and everything. How on earth, literally, do you do it?
Well, we work with a company that specializes in creating corn mazes, and so they sketch out a design. We approve it, and then they come in and cut it out for us.
I have 2 kids, and I'm afraid I may never see them again, but you can bring in a GPS and use that to navigate.
Yes, you can, yeah. And we also have a map out front that shows that you can snap a picture of that and then use that as a reference when you're walking through, too.
And you did have some search and rescue guys in orange vests.
We do, yes. We include in our volunteer fleet some search and rescue folks that will wander around if you get too lost.
Very smart. And you have some other activities here, too.
We do. We have Pumpkin Festival, which is a 3-day annual event which opens up our 10-acre pumpkin patch so people can come and pick a pumpkin to take home. And then with that we have live music, family crafts and activities. The mini maze is open for little ones. We have pony rides, barrel rides, hay rides, all sorts of things. We have food vendors, and on Saturday and Sunday of the Pumpkin Festival we have beer and wine.
Chatfield Farms is actually open year-round. It's such an amazing space. What do people do here?
It is. There are things to do all year round. In the fall, it's a lovely place to walk through our meadows with the changing colors, to check in on the crops that are still blooming. And in the winter, people will bring their cross-country skis to go through or hike, and you can see all the animals. We have lots of farm animals, including a new potbelly pig who's grumpy but oh so cute.
Describe the Trail of Lights.
Trail of Lights is another annual holiday tradition that Denver Botanic Gardens does at Chatfield Farms, and it features acres of glistening lights that people can stroll through. There are tunnels of lights. We have our 60-foot cottonwood trees that are just covered in more than 35,000 lights. There is an interactive music section in the children's play area. And this year, very exciting, we are expanding the length of the trail and adding even more lights. There's even a fire pit and a warming hut if you're extra chilly that night.
Oh my gosh, and you get some big crowds.
We do. It's a very popular event.
Well, this is a perfect kickoff to fall.
Yes.
So thank you so much for having us.
Of course, you're welcome.
Now let's head over to Aurora for a trip around the world at Global Fest.
A parade of nations.
Hello, my name is Aminata. I'm representing the country of Mali.
Right here we have some alligator legs.
All kinds of exotic food. And captivating entertainment from faraway places. Mother Nature shines the spotlight on Aurora's 3rd annual Global Fest.
This afternoon is going to be a great opportunity and a great mix of language, culture, food.
Everything from Ethiopian coffee to alligator?
This is alligator sausage. This is alligator legs.
Yep, alligator. And everything in between.
This one is shrimp fillet with the tomato and carrot and onion.
We went to the Nigerian place and we have rice and beans and moi moi, which we've never had before.
We have goat, black-eyed peas, a bean paste, plantains, and a spiced rice.
I'm actually eating, it's a combination of strawberry, mango, and lemon. So, what's that? Italian. Italian ice, yeah, exactly.
It's hard to remember just what you're eating when everything tastes this good.
Delicious.
Of course, the food is just part of the fun at this international festival. We're also learning about one another.
Hi.
What's your name?
Aliyah.
And?
My sister Coleman.
And you're representing?
From Japan.
Hello, my name is Julio Martinez and I'm carrying the Colombian flag. Bienvenidos a nuestra ciudad.
My name is Jane Sarmiento. I'm representing the Philippines. Maligayang pagdating sa aming lungsod.
Hi, my name is Vinod Tripathi. I represent Nepal. Yaharulai Aurora Saharma Swagat sa Namaskar.
My name is Papadia. I carry the flag for Senegal. Dalala Jamusi Aurora. Thank you.
The flag ceremony represents 40 countries. The entertainment gives us the chance to experience the world that's right in our own backyard. even a fashion show on a global scale. It's all about coming together as one to celebrate our rich diversity and what makes our city so unique.
The Borealis is a mixture of colors filled with mystery, beauty, and illusion. No one knows how they come together in such harmony, like hundreds of languages and cultures sharing the sunrise in this city, Aurora.
For Aurora News Weekly, I'm Yasmin Marino.
Quite a diverse community in Aurora. Also this year, Aurora is celebrating its 125th anniversary. We'll learn more about that a little later in the show. Speaking of history, we are at the Hildebrand Homestead at Chatfield Farms. You can tour the house when you come to the Trail of Lights. And for even more history and great festivals, let's head to 4 Mile Historic Park and the oldest house in Denver.
Esty, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm feeling very historical at the moment. Colorado is beautiful. I'm a fan. But what brought people here to even get this started?
The gold rush happened in the Colorado Rockies in 1858. The miners came here, and they, of course, didn't find all the gold they liked. But they liked what they saw, and so they went back and got their wives and their families and came back as pioneers, and they settled in the Front Range.
So Gold Rush, Rocky Mountains, people are settling here, but what else is happening around at that time?
Well, what happened is
Esty told us about the Oregon Trail to the north and the Santa Fe Trail going south and the Cherokee Trail, which connects the two. The 4 Mile House is right on the Cherokee Trail.
It was for a stagecoach stop and a stop for all the covered wagons on their way into Denver. Thus its name, 4 Mile. It was 4 miles from the end of all the trails that stopped for Denver locals about Broadway and Colfax, kind of where the capital is.
So what you're telling me is that when you're in D-Town and you're driving on Leedsdale, Parker Road, you are actually on a historical trail.
Yes, you are.
I think I'm ready to go in and take a look.
Let's go in.
We're going in. Oh, here we are, Esty. Look at this. This room is very impressive. When you first walk in, there's so much going on. Where do we start?
The men who built this were the Brantner brothers. They decided to build this as a way station for the people who were going to mine. If you look up high, you can see their broad axe chop marks and some bark still left on the beams.
The Brantner brothers sold the house to Mary Cocker, who ran the stage stop. This room is set up as it was back in 1860.
Serving men only in this room. It was a tavern.
Really?
So this is set up as it would be a tavern.
So we got some cards in the back.
Cards. The men would be playing poker. They would be drinking homebrew hooch, her own special recipe.
That Mary made herself?
Yes.
Wow. She was an entrepreneur of her time. All right, so we're going to leave this men's only area. Where are we headed to next?
We're going to go this way.
Okay, off we go. Okay, Esty, so as promised, the next part of the house, where are we?
We are in Mary Cocker's parlor.
Oh.
And the ladies and children had a separate entrance.
Okay, so they're not going to be coming through where the guys are drinking and playing cards.
Right. It is a little more pleasant room. If there were female travelers, and if there was a snowstorm or something that didn't quite make it into Denver, they could sleep in here.
So as we walked in, I saw this interesting art piece back here.
Yes.
What is this all about?
That is a hair wreath.
What is that?
Made out of human hair.
More explanation, please.
Well, it is a European custom.
Okay.
Most of your immigrants who came here were from Europe and England. When a loved one passed away and women did not cut their hair, they could snip a lock of hair from a loved one who passed away, and they could remember them that way.
So this is really a family memorial piece.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this huge space. I can't believe it. So, Esty, this room is so spacious. What was this used for?
Well, originally, when it was a way station, it was like a bunkhouse for all the men travelers, so they would spread out in here.
I see. So at the time, you would probably see bed upon bed, cots, things like that.
But going back to the Brantner brothers who actually built it.
Yes, those guys. They built this place.
They built this place. Before they even came out west, back east, their trade, they were known as what's called coopersmiths, and they used to build barrels. So when you watch those pirates movies and they have barrels of rum on their ships or the water that they need to keep water in those barrels. Well, it's this tongue and groove kind of construction. Well, it also keeps water out. So if you look at this spacious ceiling, and that's why this feels so spacious, it's an arch type ceiling, it keeps the water out.
It's almost like we're inside a barrel.
Yep.
It's the barrel bedroom.
Then it was on to the newer part of the home, which was much more luxurious.
The change that happened is in 1870 the train came to Denver.
Oh.
And literally overnight everything changed. You didn't have to come in a covered wagon. You didn't have to come in a stagecoach. The crossing of the Great Plains did not take 12 weeks or 3 months. You could come in a matter of a few days.
And you can bring all of this luxury with you.
And you could bring something like an organ. It didn't matter how much it weighed.
Wow. Well, this room is fantastic. What's next?
Next, we go this way.
There are events all throughout the year, like the Pumpkin Harvest Festival, a Colorado Christmas, and an old-fashioned 4th of July, to name a few. Plus, the park offers free First Fridays each month, with special tours, gold panning, cool farm animals, and more.
What a great place! To see the whole tour of 4 Mile Historic Park, you can go to denver8.tv and check the archives for the program D-Town. Up next, we head to Wheat Ridge. Every year it celebrates its own rich heritage with a Carnation Festival.
Welcome to the 46th Annual Wheat Ridge Carnation Festival.
We had the best darn Carnation Festival this year. It was absolutely fabulous. I've heard estimates of 25,000 people coming to it. The scheme is to have a full festival, meaning that every area of Anderson Park was filled with something.
This is amazing. Check out the turnout that we have here. So many families having fun. I'm just glad to be a part of it, and we're having a great time tonight. This is what community is all about, bringing people together to have a great time, and it's great to see so many familiar faces and so many neighbors coming out and just enjoying a great, wonderful night down at the Carnation Festival.
It really had a wonderful festive feeling. It was large and open. The rides were really large. They had a ball that you climbed into and it floated on water. I really was impressed with the work that we did this year.
We see a lot of new people in our community and a lot of the older residents coming in. The Wheat Ridge Fire Department has served the spaghetti dinner now for about 23 years. The whole event just means a whole lot to the community. They bring their kids and their grandkids. They come back year after year after year. Of course, we have the old reliables and we have new stuff every year for them.
The music was great. There were a lot of folks wiggling around, bumping and jumping. It was absolutely great. Circus, sold out shows. I'm really proud of the work that our city did, our committee chairs that put it together, volunteers. Could not have been done without them. We're really lucky to have this festival in our city.
The Wheat Ridge Carnation Festival is an opportunity for the community to come together and celebrate Wheat Ridge, Colorado. I just love meeting the people. I've been doing this now for 35 years, but it's been a great opportunity for me to get to see the people in the community here.
We forgot to welcome you to the 2015 Carnation Festival Parade.
The parade is a pulling together A lot of people come out to it. It's our tradition. It's our Wheat Ridge, and it's a pulling together. Then the festival opens. I think it's a really vital part of our community, our history.
I think that the community really supports our Wheat Ridge Carnation Festival Parade. And when you walk down the parade route, you are greeted by people at every step of the way. And it really lets you know that the citizens care about our community and care about what they see and actually get to have a really good time.
This Carnation Festival is just an awesome community event. And when you see the participation of young children and adults that line the street, going from 38th and Sheridan all the way to 38th and Upham, you know, you really get a sense of community and that feel of those small town values that make Wheat Ridge the unique community that it is today.
The Carnation Festival has a special meaning to Wheat Ridge. Yes, it goes back historically to our roots as far as carnations. We still have a count, a countess, a grand marshal. They're all crowned and honored, and it's tradition for us. Something about that really pulls the city together. It's just critically important for a community to have a tradition that they can count on. I've heard people say, I remember when I was a kid going to it. I think it's just really nice for our city.
The Wheat Ridge Carnation Festival is important to this community because it culminates the end of the year. It culminates everything we've grown to love about our city. And it's time for everybody to come together. We're here to celebrate what is very important to our community and always has been, which is a place for everybody, a thing for everybody to do. And the board works really hard to make sure everyone has something special and something important for them to come and make their own memories just like we have for generations.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Where are you?
I'm just a few minutes away.
What medications do you take?
I can help you if I have the information.
Seconds count.
What if you could provide us with life-saving information before an emergency?
Now you can.
It's free, private, and secure.
Visit smart911.com to create your safety profile.
Help us help you.
Stronger, healthier babies. It's what the March of Dimes is all about. Learn more about healthy babies at marchofdimesbaby.org.
We told you earlier about Aurora's 125th anniversary this year. Well, a special display of historic photos helped mark the occasion. Let's take a look.
It's hard to believe Aurora, Colorado's third largest city, was once a one-horse town, or that was in the 1950s and refers to a horse named Patches. But then again, Aurora has been around for a while and has quite a few tales to tell.
It's pretty exciting just to look back at all the changes that have happened over the years. We started as, this little tiny town, and then we just really exploded after World War II.
That transformation is the focus of a new exhibit at the Aurora History Museum called Worth Discovering, 125 Years of Aurora History.
It's a photo exhibit that we've pulled from our photo archives here at the museum to showcase about 30 photos of life in Aurora from the earliest days, probably up until the mid-60s.
Like how short those are, right?
Oh my goodness.
Almost like they just got their underwear on.
I know. These guys were all members of the Naval Air Station at what was then known as Buckley Field. They formed an intramural basketball team to play against service members of other bases in the area.
Does anybody remember Piggly Wiggly? Piggly Wiggly, we used to have one down the street from us.
While a lot of the photos bring back fond memories,
There's the fanfare. Yeah.
many are ones you might not recognize right away.
Dunkel's Mink Farm started back in the 1930s. By the 40s and 50s, he was almost exclusively raising mink for Neiman Marcus, and he was the largest producer of mink from Colorado for the department store.
Did you know Aurora held a 2-day Grand Prix in 1959? It was the first time racers from the East and West Coast competed on neutral ground. Here's the Fanfare building under construction. It was the first discount shopping center in Aurora.
It was huge. I think you could buy virtually everything in that store.
Do you recognize this woman? She's Norma Walker, the first female mayor of the city of Aurora, and the first woman in the U.S. to be a mayor of a city with more than 60,000 residents.
There are photos from Aurora's farming days. The original Fletcher House on Galena Street, back when Colfax Avenue was a gravel country road. Anyone remember the big snowstorm back in 1946? Or how about the grand opening of Del Mar in 1968, Aurora's first public pool?
That was the good old days. Yeah.
The ribbon cutting was featured on Channel 2, and the celebrations lasted for 5 days. Dorothy Scally and her husband moved to Aurora in 1959. She's lived here for almost 60 years.
There have been so many changes since we've moved to Aurora. Some of the new things that are happening are not that bad, you know. You have to move on.
Dorothy says she's not planning to move on, though.
My husband and I are still here.
She loves Aurora and its colorful past and exciting future.
And probably will stay here indefinitely.
For Aurora News Weekly, I'm Yasmin Marino.
The photo exhibit is now on display in the lobby of the Aurora Municipal Center. If you'd like to learn more about Aurora's colorful past and ongoing events for the 125th celebration, including a commemorative beer, head to auroratv.org and click on the History tab. Happy birthday, Aurora! We hope you enjoy the beautiful fall in Colorado and every season, each with its own unique activities. I'm Wendy Brockman. Thanks for watching. You can get lost in here. I hope we make it out. I'm gonna find my kids.